houseplant friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my downstairs houseplant area. I think it's really cute. I just actually rearranged my downstairs section and I got rid of some old plants that weren't doing so well. That when I say not doing so well, I mean that they were just dead and I just had to move them. But yes, I'm going to show you my downstairs houseplant collection and I'm really excited. So before we get into that, please make sure that you hit like and subscribe. Maybe you've been binge watching my videos and you just forgot to hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the community. I also have YouTube memberships, which give you behind the scenes YouTube access. You get access to the Discord, you get YouTube member only stuff, and I have Instagram, which you can check out. It's Plant Me Ashley, and I have merch. So let's get into the plants. I'm really excited. I'm gonna do this old school where I hold the plant and I tell you about it and then I put it back. Before I even do that, I'm gonna just give you a walk around my little downstairs plant area. I think it's adorable and I cannot wait to show you, and I think you guys are really gonna like it. I absolutely adore it. I actually just reset up this area the other day because I got a couple new plants like that one. I wanted everything to look just really nice and coherent and adorable. And then I have, of course, the up high plants, but they're so backlit, I mean, you can't even really see them. But yeah, this is the little area and it is just adorable. It makes me so happy. Like, it gives me all of the serotonin and all of the good endorphins. And I have this cute little sign that says plant. I like it. And then this is like Raven's cat stuff, so like don't worry about it. But yeah, let's get into the individual plants that I have down here. Okay, so the first houseplant I'm going to show you is actually kind of too large to hold. So I'm gonna point it out. This right here, this whole thing, this is my Burl Marx. I inherited this plant. So the leaves on this vine have like kind of been dying for a little while and I like couldn't figure out why until I just went to fix it just now. It propagated itself. This is like old and calloused. I thought that maybe I just accidentally ripped it off just now. But this guy has been having a hard time because he must have broke at some point, which is so sad because I loved having my big green guy right there. But oh well, he'll get big again. But now I have Burl Marx propagations to take because this is a long guy. I mean, this is like probably one of my whole wingspans. Longer. And you did just get to see a very nice video of it up high on the thing because I just took that. Yeah, I got this from my mom who bought it from Christiana, I think, or somewhere, I can't remember, but I did get this from my mom. It's really nice. I love this plant a lot and I like how simple it is and I like how knotty that its stems can get sometimes. It also looks just a little bit like a billy tie, so. Yeah, that's my Burl Marx. The next houseplant that I have down here that I want to show you are my two Begonia Immaculata Whitey. I had to like turn around to get a look at it because the name was eluding me. So here is one of them. She is very cute. She's also struggling. And here is my other one. She is massive. This was a Costa Farms Begonia Immaculata Whitey that I got. It was about 1/4 of this size when I got it. And now it's so big that it doesn't even stand upright. It like falls over to the side like that. So, but she's doing really good. She's actually putting out a couple new leaves right now, which is exciting. One of them is right here. Right there, little baby. So cute. So yeah, she looks amazing down here and she does really, really well. She gets bright indirect light through my little blinds. She's so big. Isn't she beautiful? I never thought I'd have one like this. I was always like, how do people grow them like that? You honestly just water them and when they get droopy and leave them alone otherwise. The next plant I'm going to show you here is my Hoya Chelsea. This is a plant that I bought excessively large from North End Organic Nursery not too long ago. And it's grown enough that I've actually been able to cut it all the way back twice to about where the pot hangs, and it grows in very fast. It's a very fast growing Hoya. I believe it's a cross between Carnosa and Crinkle 8, I think. I love this Hoya and it actually grows in sometimes with like these kind of like rosy leaves. This one's like kind of pink coming in, which is really cute. Same thing with this one. I love this Hoya. It's super underrated, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. The next plant I'm going to show you is my Begonia Sinbad. I actually just got this begonia the other day at Edwards Greenhouse here in Boise, and I absolutely adore this begonia so much. It's been on my list of begonias to get for over a year now actually, and you can just see the adorable little white polka dots all over the plant and then these adorable pink flowers, and I'm just really excited to grow with this plant. I love I love, love, love cane begonias, which is what this is, cane begonia. I absolutely adore this begonia in particular, and I'm very happy that it is now in my collection. The next plant I'm going to show you is this absolute behemoth. This is Lophoceras Shodii monstrous. Here you can see how tall he is compared to my head and chest. This is a plant that I got from my grandma. She bought it for me when she was in Arizona because she went to a cactus nursery for me. And I was like, oh my God, that one, I need that one. And this guy and I have been through mealybugs multiple times together. And all of the times we've come out successful and victorious. I keep it in this massive long pot. It's not that wide around, but it's very long, and the cactus actually goes all the way down nearly to the bottom. So it might be time for me to upgrade this guy, but he's actually been growing in. You can see how the top of the cactus looks a little bit more blue. That is farina. And when a lot of cactus grow in sometimes, they have little farina that marks how new the cactus is. And you can kind of tell how old the cactus is as it fades. I love this cactus. Please don't call it by its common name. It's offensive. Just call it Lophoceras Shodii monstrous. The next plant I'm going to show you is my Alocasia Black Velvet, and I love this Alocasia. I'm really glad I waited to get this one because there was a couple times I could have bought it for like 30 or 20, which is still technically under the price you'd pay if you were to get it off of Etsy, which is where I do most of my plant shopping. But I got this one for $10 from, again, Edwards Greenhouse. They've actually had a really good selection of plants in lately, which is amazing. For a long time, they actually stopped getting in really good houseplants altogether. And then the ones that they did get in, they'd put in like a shady, dark, cold place, so they'd never make it. So I'm really glad that Edwards moved a bunch of their stuff around, and now they're getting in really good houseplants. Like the other day, they got in a ton of jewel orchids for only $7. $7 for a jewel orchid, can you believe that? So yeah, this one is gorgeous, I love it, and it's actually putting out a new leaf right now. As you can see, right there. New leaf. The next plant I'm going to show you is also from Edwards Greenhouse. This is my little baby wannabe Global Green Pothos. So here she is, but you can see actually the most 3 recent leaves are kind of like global greeny, which, hey, that's exciting. I love Global Green Pothos. It's my favorite kind of pothos. That's actually why I bought this one. Here's a 4th leaf on that stem. Again, Global Greeny. And then it has a bunch of these like minty leaves, which I also really adore. So she cute, she adorable, and I really hope it just throws out a whole hand of Global Green, because that would make me the happiest mama in the world. Oh, and then this was $9 from Edwards. Okay, the next one is huge, so I'm gonna try to show it to you. This is my Adansonii narrow form. I got this 2 days ago, 3 days ago-ish. I got this for $30 flat from a local florist. You guys remember the other day when I filmed the Edwards video and it was like $30? It's actually $27 plus tax for a 6-inch pot that had like 18 leaves in it, maybe, like barely any leaves, and it wasn't trailing at all. This is what I got for the same price, which is why I got it, because you can't ever turn a plant, like look, this thing could eat me. Hello? Hello? This one was like a clearly a no-brainer. I was expecting the florist to be charging like $60 to $80 because I mean, this is massive. But it was literally $30, which is the same price that Edwards and other places sell their Adansonii for in way smaller sizes. So I copped it because how could I literally not? Yep, so she sits right here, and this was the main reason I came home with this plant from the florist and then a couple plants from Edwards. And I was like, I'm just gonna redo my plant space. Okay, the next plant I'm gonna show you is one of the hanging ones, and this is my Peperomia beetle. I don't actually know the real name of this peperomia, but I love it. It's basically like a massive string of turtles. Here's the little leaves. And it grows really fast. All of these new growths on top are brand new, and it doesn't like to grow in the winter. So it actually is like, it idled for a really, really long time, and it threw out all of these hands like about a week ago or so. Ooh, but yeah, this one is nice. I love it a lot. I got this from Lowe's 8 months ago. a while. It was last summer, and I had 2 of them, but one of them didn't make it. But I haven't seen them here since, and if I do ever see another one, I will be buying one because I absolutely love this plant and I think it is so underrated. The next plant I'm gonna be showing you is a sport variegated lipstick plant, which sounds really weird when you say it, but literally like all of the leaves are just green. And then on its new growth, it's like all coming in variegated. And then it has a couple variegated strands, like right here. This needs to be watered, by the way, so like don't judge me. And there's a couple like deep in here that are variegated as well, but it's all coming in on the brand new growth, which is pretty cool. Here's another one. I'm pretty sure I bought this one for $36, but also like it's a 15-year-old that runs that plant shop with her mom. It's her dream to own the shop, and so I figured, hey, I'm not only supporting a like female-owned business, but a girl's dreams, so I bought it. The next one I'm gonna show you is my heart-shaped philodendron. This is my philodendron hederaceum, and I love this philodendron a lot. I think that it's so cute, and I actually didn't own one of these for a really long time, but then at my local Albertsons, they were on sale for $10, so how could I literally have said no? Tell me how I could have said no. Don't know, because I couldn't have. I keep it in a window, so the front looks really exciting, and the back looks kind of sad and scraggly, but the front is gorgeous. I think it's really, really beautiful. The one thing is that I definitely need to water this plant more. I just watered it recently, so it's a little heavy right now, and it looks really good right now. But this is one of the plants that I keep down here that I probably should keep upstairs, because my downstairs plants, even though I'm down here a lot, really don't get the same amount of care as my upstairs plants. The plants down here just struggle more, but also I try to only keep plants down here that can handle a little bit of neglect. It's growing in really nicely. It's putting out 5 new leaves right now. Here's the one that's about to unfurl. Show them. Wow. The last hanging plant I have is this variegated lipstick plant. This is one that's completely variegated all the way through. It's kind of hard to tell from a distance, but I discovered this at Lowe's and someone actually dropped it, which is why like the back of it's like so empty, because actually like you can see the bump where this was clearly like in the pot and someone clearly dropped it and they just like didn't do anything about it. So this one I got on a discount and it definitely is struggling, but I think, oh, that scared me. I thought there was a bug on me, but it's definitely doing its hardest to recover. And I actually always wanted one of these, and I'm really glad that I waited to get this one because I could have bought one at Cactus and Tropicals a while ago for like $40 or something, and this one I got for like $8. Now we're gonna get into this little table, which is right here, and this is another begonia that I have, and this is Begonia Linda Dawn, which to me looks like Begonia Metallicum. It's not at all. It's pink and Begonia Metallicum is kind of blue. But this begonia is just, let me like angle you a little bit better so you can see. This begonia is just incredible. It's just this like deep red with like kind of a green blue undertone and some little like fuzzies on the leaf, like specifically these ones. I just think looks so incredible. And it grows really fast. I got this at Edwards for $10 and it's also flowering right now. It has pink flowers and it gets these like bright red under the leaves. So I love this begonia so much. I kept like coming back to it, which is how I knew that I really liked it. And I honestly really want a Begonia Metallicum now after seeing how much I like this one, which I would say is like the knockoff Metallicum. So yeah, she's really beautiful and I absolutely adore this one. I had accidentally zoomed in. The next plant I have is the Tephro Paper Spine. I got this from a Succulent Day. It was potted up and it's adorable. It actually needs to be watered pretty badly. You can see at the bottom how saggy it is. Definitely needs some water. And this one is really adorable. I just loved it because it's got all the cute dressings on top. And then it's just a really cute, like, this one is very cute specifically. I love Tephro Paper Spine, but this one in particular is just really, really nice. And mini terracotta pot. What the heck isn't there to like? I don't know, because that is nice. Okay, next, don't laugh at me, but I have 2 kind of variegated mini monsteras. I found these at Trader Joe's. They had like literally 100 monsteras there, literally tiny ones, and I literally checked every single one, and these were the 2 that I found that I thought kind of looked peculiar. So this first one right here has a little bit of variegation on it, and it's gonna be hard for you to tell specifically, but you can see there's just a little bit of a change in tone on the leaf. And then on this leaf, You can see there's that little speck right there. And then the bottom half of the leaf actually looks like it's a different color green than the top. But again, it's really hard for you guys to see. And then it's actually putting out a new leaf right here. And normally if there's just like one speck, I won't buy it. These were like $3 by the way, so it was harmless. The fact that there's variegation on both of the bottom leaves and it's putting out a second one or a third leaf right now, I bought it because if there is an off chance that it ends up becoming a sport variegated monstera, which is a very valuable plant to own, $3 is an amazing investment. So if I ever find something that I think could end up being promising, I buy it and keep it and watch it and see if, you know, something happens. And if not, I just give them away to people. So the second one I got is actually a lot more interesting. I'm a little concerned because this one looks like it could maybe be mosaic virus, but I'm not sure. So this first leaf is the first one. You can definitely see the weird contortions. Like this is definitely like something's going on here. And there's actually little flecks, but I don't know if those are gonna read for you really. And then on the second leaf, again, it got all contorted and weird and there's different greens on it. And it's actually putting out a third one that is also already showing that it's gonna be contorted and weird. And there's different greens on it as well. I'm gonna watch it, keep it separate and isolated, and if it turns into something, then it does. But in my experience, whenever you see something like this happening, if it's not mosaic virus, which again, you can only know if it's mosaic virus if you actually test it with a kit. Mosaic virus does not always look like something. Then I end up with a cool variegated monstera, because variegated monstera usually come out of some sort of weird mutation like this. Then I have this massive Calathea mosaica I got, part of the Trending Tropicals collection from Costa Farms, and I got this at a Home Depot, and it's just really gorgeous. It's absolutely massive. I mean, the detail on this plant is truly incredible. This is a Calathea I've always wanted, but I never wanted to pay the price for it, so I just never did. And then when I saw it at Home Depot for 15 bucks, I was like, ah ha ha, sold. I brought this home and I think I got this in a video just not too long ago, maybe a month ago. And it feels a lot differently than I thought it would. It kind of feels like silicone almost. Then I have this Hoya obovata Splash. I just actually got this at Boise Co-op, the Boise Co-op in downtown Boise, I think 3 or 4 days ago, maybe a little less than that. And I fell in love. This plant was only $10, which doesn't even make sense. Might have been 20 actually now that I think about it, I can't remember. But it was really cheap, especially for this plant in this size, as well as being as large as it is. It's just a really good price. Normally it's $20 or so for just like a 2 or 3 leaf cutting that's been rooted in a 2-inch pot. This leaf in particular is why I got it. I thought that this was nice. There was 2 there and I only got this one. And I have it in a cash pot, the Brooke Seedle pot that I have right now, which I love so much. She doesn't ship and she doesn't make these pots anymore, so sorry you can't get them anymore if you didn't get one already. But I absolutely love it. And it sits just right down here on the little table in some good sunshine. Then I have a plant that Christopher bought for me. Christopher bought this for me for Thanksgiving. It was super nice. He went to the grocery store to pick up some groceries and they had some like grocery or some Thanksgiving themed plants. This one I think was only $5 and it had like a huge like turkey and a bow on it and it was adorable. I took it out of all that stuff and now I just have it in this because it's clearly not Thanksgiving anymore. And I love this plant so much. This is Peperomia Frost and it actually has like these super silvery leaves and I love it. This is probably one of my favorite like stem peperomias. I mean, obviously like string of turtles, like string of beetles are my favorite peperomia ever, aside from the terrarium peperomia that I have. But this one is my favorite just like stem peperomia that you can just like get at places, so. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you about the orchids I have. I decided to save these for last because not everyone likes orchids, but I love them. One of them I just bought today. I'm very excited to show you. These are my favorite plants that are down here. Not everyone likes them, so I gotta put them at the end so you guys don't click away. So I'll show you the one I got today first. This is, excuse me. This is a cute little orchid I got today. I got it at Trader Joe's. It was $7, so again, it was illegal for me to say no. Look at how happy the roots are. So that is like good root health. If your orchid looks like that, like you're doing something right. And I loved the foliage on this one. It looks like a fan. So I never ever buy Phalaenopsis orchids if I don't like how the foliage is growing, because when the orchid flower goes away, you're just left with that. And you're gonna wanna like that. Otherwise, you're gonna be sad. And if you're a foliage lover like me, you like patterned foliage. Well, these don't get patterned foliage. They do get cool growth patterns sometimes. So, but I've wanted one of these specific ones for a while. I always eye them at grocery stores, and I know I'm always pointing them out to you guys, but I love lines on orchid flowers. I think that they are just incredible. And I also love yellow orchid flowers specifically. So that is why I got this one, and the price that it was in for being in a ceramic pot, and I checked the roots while I was there. The roots were so healthy. I just figured it was a really good buy. So I bought it. The next one I'm gonna show you is the orchid I got at Albertsons. It is this guy. And I bought this one because the flower spike hit a wall with the leaf, and then it grew around underneath these other leaves. And then it did its little thing over here. And I love the flowers as well. This one's actually about to bloom still. I love the foliage on this Phalaenopsis. I've never seen foliage do that before. Even when I'm there, it's either just like they're flat on the ground or, you know, whatever. But I love how this one looks, and it has more spikes up here. This one actually is about to be done blooming. This whole thing bloomed already. It's finishing up this flower right here. And this one is just opening up, but it looks like it's kind of having a hard time, so I don't know. This one's about to bloom too, so I'm excited, but I love this orchid. This one is an orchid I got the other day from the North End Organic Nursery, and I do have to admit this is not a common orchid. It is a Phalaenopsis, but it is not a common species of Phalaenopsis. This one, I'm still like trying to figure out exactly what it is. The guy at North End said he would tell me. The tag doesn't really make sense to me. If that makes sense to you, let me know. But this is a gorgeous Phalaenopsis, and the flowers are supposed to last for a really long time. It's also, again, like I said, very uncommon. I love the foliage on this Phalaenopsis. It's so dark compared to the other Phalaenopsis that I have, and there's like a little line that actually runs through it. A little purple line that runs down all of the leaves, and it's gorgeous. And the back of it is also really dark as well, like kind of like a dark sun-stressed purple. I love how unruly it looks with the aerial roots. I think that that is just so incredible and beautiful. And on top of that, the roots in the pot look super healthy. So yeah, this one sits down here just because I think that it's gonna like the brighter light down here instead of being upstairs. But isn't she so pretty? I love it. And now the last plants I'm going to show you that are downstairs are my cacti, the rest of my cacti. This is my Piloceras azuris. I love this cacti. He's been growing recently, which is why you see all the farina up top. I've had this guy for a hot minute. He was one of my only cacti that actually never got mealybugs when I had like the whole mealybug thing happen. So he's just living his best life, his best Blue Cactus Club life. If you are an OG, you'll remember the Blue Cactus Club. And I love it. He's so cute. Look at how blue. Look at how blue, he's so blue. And the last plant I have to show you, I cannot remember the name of. Geometricus, Myrtillocactus geometricus, I think. This guy. I had two, but I gave one to Harley because Harley loved it. We have little Geometricus twins, and this one's really good. I haven't had to water it in a very long time. I haven't watered it probably since last summer, and it's still not squishy enough to warrant water, so he's just living his best life, bro. I don't know what to tell you. He's just vibing. He's just living his best life. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That concludes the plant tour of my downstairs. These are where I keep nearly all of my common house plants, with a few exceptions. There's a couple upstairs that just need more light. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know what plants you have in your collection that we share the same of. Let me know what plant you saw today was your favorite, if there's anything you maybe added to your wish list. I'll be honest, I'm really proud of my setup. I think that that is just so adorable. I love it so much, and my wine hutch just like hosts those plants so beautifully. I don't know, I'm just in love. I love this little downstairs area. I feel so relaxed since reorganizing this area. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram at PlantMeAshley. I have merch you can check out, and I have YouTube memberships. You should by now be seeing that little join button right next to my little name. You can hit that and it'll show you all the different tiers you can subscribe to. You get a bunch of fun YouTube only perks, and you get access to the Discord. If you want to try out my favorite fertilizer, it's called Liquider. You just go to liquider.com and use code plantme_25 at checkout for a massive discount if you want to try my favorite fertilizer. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next houseplant section. I hope you had fun with me today. I know that I had fun. I've been wanting to show you guys my plants for a while, and I think that for the next few days, we're just gonna talk about my plants. We're not gonna go out into the world anymore, because I got a comment the other day and he was like, do you go out and film these every day and go plant shopping every day? And in case you didn't know, I don't do that. I batch film and then I have those videos for the rest of the week. Well, you know what I hate doing? Batch filming. So I think we're gonna stay home for the next few days, you and me together, and we're just gonna talk about my plants that I have in my house. Maybe I'll do an upstairs plant collection tour if you want to see my rare plants in my collection. But yeah, thanks for watching. I had a great time, and I'll see you guys in the next houseplant section. Okay, bye.